Wave. Yeah, you. So I hear that you've released the statement of the move.
Yes.
Oh, the PR.
Yeah.
So what's happening with the grants and the radio?
The grants that were for the building. Good morning. Oh, yeah. The grants that were to bring the building back into use.
Yeah.
The building is in use. That was the whole purpose
the
of the grants.
Floor? Oh, what, just for this floor?
Yeah, for
and
this
the
floor and it was more about the fire regulations to make sure that we had the fire escapes and everything. Yes, so the building is in use, which is really exciting, isn't it? Because it means
not really. I've seen the state of the middle. I've seen the state of the middle.
But we never
floor.
had a grant for that.
But I thought you were renting the whole building. Because you were even getting money from Mind to be on the third floor.
So Mind paid for their renovations on the top floor, yes.
Not through the Phoenix building.
So that was the way that we brought them in, because they don't pay rent to be there.
But they paid it through the Phoenix account?
So we did the work for them so that they could be there.
So the grant, that's where you got the grant money from. So
there wasn't
a
grant.
Floor.
There wasn't a grant.
So how did you pay for them to be there?
So the
you
deal...
must have
So they're still there.
I know, but you must have sorted out that top floor in decoration and stuff.
We did.
So where did that money come from?
That came from Mind, so that they didn't have to pay rent. Yeah, so they had money for capital. So we did the work as part of the overall scheme. Yeah.
So I can, under FOI, I can find out that cost, can't I?
Yeah, you can ask Mind, yeah.
No, Phoenix building as well. If you did
if you wanted to, but it's Mind, it's Mind's work.
But you did the work and they paid
part
you.
of it, yeah.
Right, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, of course.
Right, thank you, Lucy. The use of grants, because if you're now moving over, what still happens to the 20 grand recording studio?
So we will still have, that is not going to be part of the banking hub.
Right, so who does that belong to then?
So the access will still remain. So I think what would be really exciting is if we could get a group of people who weren't focused on feeding people like we are. That's our main focus at the moment, is meeting the cost of living crisis with the way that people are presenting, which is...
But that's your agenda though, isn't it? That
was what the charity set up to do. We were really excited about the music studio. It would be really exciting if we could get support from the community to bring that to fruition. We got the grant money to get the access, which we've talked about. So that was predominantly with fire access, because building regulations.
We're going over old ground again.
Of course.
Does that mean in this new building, in the precincts, that it's got to happen all over again? Because I've seen workmen in there. So is the cost now happening all over?
Have you seen Bob in there? He's one of our trustees painting.
I've not seen Bob. But I've seen somebody else with a screwdriver. So they're all doing it voluntary?
Yes.
So where's the money going to come from for what you propose to do with it?
So what do you think, which work do you think needs doing in there?
Well, how many rooms are you going to access? Because there's a lot of panels that need to be taken down if you're going to open it all up to be a community centre, for instance. So what is your visualisation for this building?
Do you know what the exciting thing will be? Is when we're open, you can come in and have a look round.
Oh, you're so politic.
No, not at all. So
Lucy,
it's not politics. It's not politics.
So I don't have to come in hard thinking, where's this money going? Where are you going? Because
so you don't know the space, I think.
I've been in there, Lucy.
Oh, amazing! So you know which spaces we're taking.
The whole floor, Lucy.
We are not taking the whole floor.
So how are you doing it between the partitioned office layout that's in there?
So what we know at the moment is a lot of the people that come in here to deliver services, like the police, for example, or the family hub.
What are they going to be delivering? What's that going to be delivered? So
let me finish. So those people often have confidential conversations where there is no space. We can't offer them space. So there is office space in there where people can move. So when we're moving,
the second floor? Why don't you do this in the second floor? That place needs to be a community centre.
So we can't. So the issue we've got here is getting access to any floors above us, because we need to pay for a lift to access
but that's
for disabled
Mind.
access.
But that's for Mind to get. For clients of mine to get upstairs.
No, so even if we were going to use the first floor, we would
But that still needs to be disabled friendly. That still needs to be in there for people to access Mind on the third floor.
So that's not our responsibility, is it? Do you not think that a structural change to the building is different?
You are getting grants to make things better, and then on the other hand you're saying it's not your responsibility.
So we had a grant here to bring this building into use, like many businesses had grants to bring their buildings into use through the same scheme.
And
so we weren't the only one. Some of the businesses
are only now learning this, so I'm finding out.
So as far as I'm aware, everybody was written to. It predated me being a North Walsham councillor slightly. But
because you knew about it first, but it wasn't really shared about.
I'm not entirely sure. You'll have to ask some of the businesses who accessed the grant how they found about it.
Well, I have. We've got the Business Association.
So are they people who accessed the grant?
5.
And how did they find out about it?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Well, you see, as a councillor, you should know, because then sorting out how to get communication better in the community, this is one of the downfalls.
So for me, I believe, and I was that there was letters that were posted to these businesses that I'm aware of, and that's how it was found out by the business. But 9 times out of 10...
And you're aware of that because you were told, not because you seeked that information out.
I asked the businesses how they were finding out.
Which ones?
The businesses that I knew had accessed the grants.
5, the 5 of them.
Is there only 5 businesses that access? There is. I don't think that's true.
Well, in the High Street Matters, with what happened at the Black Swan, with Alex, that was basically the opening, wasn't it, of allowing people to find out more about it, how to access it, what it's for.
Oh no, sorry, these grants were the ones that were done through the HAS scheme.
Yeah, we need to find out more about that, because of that. I mean,
so a lot of the
convenience store. I know the hairdressing shop round the corner. There was a shop down there that accessed this money. I'm hearing about over here somewhere, and it's like it's not actually come through. So does that mean that the owners have kept the money, or is it because they haven't accessed the grant to help improve windows, gutterings, North Walsham?
I don't think that. I don't think that everybody that accessed it used it in the same way. I think some of it was used in way which you probably wouldn't see. So
what's the point of that then? So it needs to be seen, doesn't it?
Yes, it was to bring buildings back into use as well. So we had a lot of accommodation that was provided.
North Walsham up. I mean,
we're talking about things that happened 4 years ago.
I know, and 4 million on the pavement.
It wasn't all on the pavement.
No, I will admit that wasn't all on the. But the total bill between the project and the HAS, because I remember going to the consultations. I think that's when I first came across Mel. And it was the voice of reason of what was being said at those meetings to what actually has transpired. It's just like boxed up, put away, move on. Same as the town's Wi-Fi, it's boxed up and it's moved on. And it's like these grants.
So which grants which are the grants that you're chasing now? Because we're talking about historic things. I'm talking about
all, because this is what the talk. It's about North Walsham, isn't it?
Okay, so
what grants are coming in that benefits North Walsham rather than what lines people's pockets? Because there's a lot of grants going out, a lot of thousands of grants. The Norwich County Council, Norfolk County Council are making a lot of decisions of what big money is being spent on, and the prioritising of that big money just seems to be pushed around of this cosmetic look in towns and cities.
Okay. So are you thinking as in the government-directed grants, where the government have got a specific agenda on what the money has to be spent on? Because this was part of the Historic England Heritage Action Zone scheme, wasn't it?
But they didn't listen, really, did they? I mean, a lot of people have complained about this, about the lack of car park space, what was needed in North Walsham. People spoke and they were ignored, and it still went ahead.
Do you think that people were ignored fully? Because one of the biggest things that we were told... Because there was money involved. So one of the biggest things that we were told here is that people were concerned about the loss of free car parking, in particular shops at potentially this side of town. So the action that we took... But the action we took off the back of that was to give the 1 hour free car parking in the car park behind us.
And how many spaces is that?
There's 16 altogether. There's some here and there's some on Vicarage Street.
That's not enough, is it?
But we're the only town that gets the 1 hour free car parking spaces in the district council car parks. Nobody else gets it.
Well, don't they get free car parking? Because wasn't it Cllr Council that paid for the free car parking?
Free car parking.
How did that work? Why did the council under you, being a district council,
of course,
have to then pay the district council when the district council already has the pots? Why transfer it out and then transfer it back again?
So what do you mean? Do you mean, so if the town council is paid for free car parking, like the town council here does?
Yeah, you see, this is what I've got to find out more about, because they've got a licence for a certain amount, haven't they?
Yeah, they've paid for free car. Anybody, if you wanted to give free car parking for a day...
But this is North Walsham. That's part of North Walsham Town Council's people's community. That, to me, is a part of North Walsham. That's what is needed for tourism, to people come in on certain days to have the support without it all money being put here, money being put there. Yeah. Of just straight... On Christmas switch on, can we have car parks free? On Children's Day, when it's something very significant, why can't you...
Why can't the district...
Why can't you, Lucy, as a district councillor, stand up for North Walsham better and say, this is what the businesses and the surrounding community would like.
Yes.
Because we want a community, we want shops, we don't want to see this go down the pan.
Okay, so I think what you're conflating there is the balance between how we spend the money as a district council, isn't it? That's what you're talking about now.
Why do you have to can't say the word. Why step out of your district council, go back your home. You go back to your home, and how you feel. Well, I'd like to feel about where you were brought up, how the memories were, how fun it was, and every town, every village, every city, we all have our experiences of our area.
Yeah, of course.
And that is still needed in
I know.
North
I think you're right. I think you're right in that regard. There is more that can be done to create a sense of place and community. You're completely right with that.
It's very simple, because we need a community centre, which a lot of people get confused about with the Phoenix group.
Yeah, so the community centres in the town are split, aren't they? So we've got the main community centre in the car park, people who use our space as a community centre, people who use the Black Swan as the community centre. There's different community spaces for different parts of our community.
So
people use the church for the community centre. So the youth club that runs here on a Thursday, the Yab Youth Club that runs here on a Thursday in the Phoenix building, we've been running
on a Thursday. What's the need? What's the age group? What's the need?
I think they're going, I think it's 13 to 18, 19 possibly, but if you are a young person with additional needs, I think they go up to 25. So that's run by Yab. So they've been running with us.
YAB.
Youth Advisory Board. So they have been running with us, it feels like a really long time. That's so North Walsham.
So it's Christmas, Lucy.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
This is the spirit of people. This is what we all need, is a bit of hope.
A bit of cheer.
And, a
bit of cheer. So the youth club's been running here, I think it's for almost a year now.
Is it big enough? How many people attend?
How many people? So it's anywhere between 2 and I think we had 12 last Thursday.
So are you not pushing it out? Because that's quite a low number.
It is. I was surprised by that. So they need more people from Yab to run it, because you have to have certain ratios.
More funding. So
they have funding. They have funding.
From where?
I'm guessing they get their funding from everywhere, don't they?
I don't know.
From the county council, from the government, from
so it's from taxpayers, basically.
I would assume so. So they've been working at the school where they've been recruiting young people to come here. So we have young people from Cromer and North Walsham who attend the Yab here.
So does that include free taxi services for this? How is this being rolled out?
That would have to be a complete question for Yab, because I don't know their funding strategies or their methods, but I do know they will bring children here if they can't afford to get here.
So, for instance, they are now going to be over at This new place?
Yeah.
And what's that going to be called?
We're going to hope we can become the Phoenix building over there. I know people have got the old Barclays Bank in the Phoenix building here, so we're hoping.
And Mind is still going to be at the top.
Mind is still going to be
What's
here.
happening with the middle floor? You got to get another grant to get that one sorted.
It's not our building, so once we leave here,
So what are you leasing? Are you just leasing the first floor?
So we were leasing the entire building,
But you're not now.
But we won't be at the end of this month.
So Mind will leave?
No, Mind are staying here because the agreement remains with the landlord. We've made sure that they're safe here.
So once that agreement expires,
Yeah.
that'll no longer be.
Well, that's up to Mind and the landlord, isn't it? We would like them very much to stay. We would very much have liked to take them with us.
Why isn't it working with them rather than say, well, it's up to the landlord? Again,
so what do you mean by that?
Because as a district councillor,
and this
as
is where,
a county councillor, this
okay.
is the areas that we need someone to fight for, to say, stop. And I see it in a lot of councillors. They pass the buck and everything else. It's a simple question of if this is going to be under Phoenix.
So who are you? So which role are you talking to me in now? So
you're a lot of things, Lucy.
I know
so
I am.
One.
I know.
Pick one.
So that's what I'm struggling with.
Or is it just the fact that you need to be one or the other?
So
because your role as district council and county council,
that's
can
fine.
you actually do both jobs?
That's fine. I think that's.
And then there's Mel, who always disappears when I've got the camera out.
Well, he's trying to be busy.
Good enough, trying to be busy or looking busy.
I think that's unfair, isn't it?
I don't know, Lucy.
I think that's unfair.
Why?
I think
I'm criticising him like I'm criticising everything else.
But I don't think we should be criticising anybody in whatever roles they're trying to do to help things.
Oh, come on, you're a paid role.
I am in a paid role, but here as a volunteer for the charity.
Your office is in there though, isn't it?
But that's the charity office.
So do you do district and council work?
I do all kinds of stuff
in an
here,
office. So do you charge the Phoenix Group for rent of that office?
What do you mean? What do you mean? So
as a Lib Democrat, is the Lib Democrat paying for the office space?
We're not using
like
it in that way, though, are we?
But you just said you're using it as a district and a county office because you're doing your work in there as well.
So when I'm here in the street right now, I'm doing all of the hats of work. You've come in here and you've spoken to while I've been serving coffee to people.
Been outside, actually, mate.
But you've come in there while I've served coffee to people and spoken to me as a local councillor. You're very aware that my hats never shift. You're very aware of that, Claire. So I can't.
Is that your perception of me?
I
see it's trying to narrow it down between Norfolk County Council, District County Council. You're in both seats.
Yes, I am.
And you need to be a bit stronger for people, for what is being said.
So you feel that I'm not representing when I'm saying that as a private entity, Mind has got to do the negotiation with the landlord. You don't feel that I'm representing North Walsham in that? Despite making sure that we have a hub here.
That's where you're leading me off down a different path.
I'm just asking for clarity.
The clarity is everything, every single issue that I've just brought up. These are all the issues and they need to be more adhered to in a way of being able to work for the community and for the people to be able to understand. This is a council-driven charity.
No, it is not.
There's 3 councillors on the trustee plus the town mayor.
But that wasn't how it began.
It is now.
But that isn't. So it was never driven like that. So
it is seen as a political charity that is trying to improve the community with Mind, with the youth group, with having a coffee bar, with having the community pantry,
family hub, police, all the links. I understand.
Yeah, you're trying to do that, but it's still.
It's not political though. Genuinely, there's no.
But there's 3 councillors and a town mayor on the trustees.
Well,
that's.
So what we tend to find here, and as you will be really aware of it, it tends to be the same group of people that do all the bits of things. So the community shop has got people who will do things there in the voluntary and trustee capacity that will link everywhere else.
But that's where we are all happy to send our donations because they raise the money and they
do
donate
amazing
the money.
things. They do amazing things.
They do donate money in a good way, but
Fantastic
some of their decisions because of how politics sit on both trustees, you know, the Phoenix building got the grant of 20 grand.
Yeah, for the music studio, fantastic.
Which is just a room. I'm still not seen it. Nobody has seen it. You show me pictures.
That's not true.
I need
People
to see
have
this.
seen. Okay, and then
I need to video this. I need to see it.
So will then you help us with the vision of bringing accessible music studio and recording equipment
In
to
a
the
basement,
town?
with no lift to go upstairs to mine or downstairs
So
to the...
So there is nothing that I can say about this, Claire, that you are ever positive about?
So what has happened to the grant? Why hasn't a lift been installed?
Because
why wasn't that
we've
one of the
never-
necessities? Because that would have been flagged up
Okay.
before the appropriateness of the building.
So no matter what I do, Claire, you are never happy or positive about it
This
in
is-
any of the things that you say. So
because it's
you
trust,
are.
Lucy.
But-
It's trust.
But you come to me in the street, you've come to me when I've had my son with
Oh,
me,
and
we've
I'm
had
talking to you now,
conversations,
Lucy.
and you're telling me that there's a trust issue here.
When it becomes political, yes.
But it's not political. What's political about having a recording studio in the town? I wasn't
It's
part
not,
of the. I
because
wasn't
it's in
part of the
Phoenix
project.
building. It's still a part of the.
Okay.
this
So I wasn't a
political
part.
drive of
So I
this
wasn't.
building.
I wasn't part of the building at that point.
What's that got to do with the grant?
No. So you're saying it's political. So I wasn't part of it. Mal wasn't elected at that point. Bob was on the town council, I believe. We lost the fantastic Paul Oakes from our community when he sadly lost his battle to cancer. He was part of the project, and his partner Annie Abbs was part of the project. It was never a political project, Claire.
But
it was
it
a
is
group
now
of people.
with three
It is-
councillors. You've got a district council, a town council, and a town mayor on your books in the trustees. And
Because they're the people that have
everybody's
stepped
telling me-
forward. Who is everybody?
How many people have smiled and looked at me and waved at me since I've been standing
How
here
many
talking?
people
Because
have
they
smiled
know
and looked and waved at me, Claire?
none so far.
But,
Lucy.
but you're not paying, Claire. As much as you, for whatever reason, feel that you want to come up to me in the street in whatever capacity you are in to have
What
the
does that mean?
conversations.
Capacity that I'm in.
So,
what do you mean
so are
by
you
that?
speaking to me as somebody that we've had really deep and meaningful conversations about our lives with? Are you speaking to me as somebody
Do
who's
I need-
filming me? You are
do I
different every
need-
time.
Oh, don't be silly, Lucy.
You are, Claire.
I am me. And as I'm getting better with coming out at being me,
Okay.
by putting myself out there, being vulnerable, knowing that I would be under attack, as well
There's
as you,
no
because at the end of the day, we are women as well, and we're trying to fulfill roles. That is the whole point. I'm just aware, I've got my private life, you've got your
And we've
private
spoken
life.
at length
and
about some of
this,
these things.
And this, in this capacity, talking to you about your job role as a district and county councillor under the Phoenix building, and the report being late as well, Lucy. What's that about?
Accountants, Claire. We're at the mercy of the accountants with getting the reports
So
out.
are you doing the accounts?
So I'm not doing the accounts, no.
So why does it come under your name of the report being late? If you go on the charity, commission
sure
website,
that it does.
it does.
I'm not
It
not
does.
the accountant.
Check it-
I don't do
check
any
it
trust-
out.
It's definitely not me.
Then check it out,
Okay.
because that's
Oh, I didn't know
because
that.
it's
That's
got your
incredible.
name against it. That's why
Oh.
I hold you.
Yeah, but it's
at
not
a
me.
level.
No, I'm not the treasurer. I don't do anything. I take
you've
the
done-
minutes of the meetings.
Why
That's
not?
my role
Can
as
they
the
be published? Can they be published?
I don't know why they aren't. I guess because we don't have to. I guess none of the charities
What if?
do any.
What
Hang
if
on.
I said to you, can you start publishing your minutes so people can actually understand what it is you're doing here?
Let's see how we can do
It's
that.
communication, isn't
Let's
it?
see how we can do that, and let's see how every charity in the town can do that. Let's see how
Yeah.
everybody can do it, because it's not just us. We are not the only charity who've had late accounts. We're not the only charity who has had grant money or donations. We are not the only charity in the town that has done that.
No, but you're certainly the only charity
But it's the
business
only
in
charity
town
that I'm
has
involved in.
accessed hundreds of thousands of pounds.
You sure?
Yeah, 120. Was it 122? This is why I'm still waiting on the 2025 report under your name.
It's definitely not mine. I will look.
It says
I
it there
will look.
because there's
I'll definitely look.
I
take
Laura,
the minutes.
You've got
Saul, Bob,
Saul
me.
and Bob, and it's your name. And if you go across,
amazing.
You're 39 days. Well, be 42,
So for
43 now.
absolute clarity, I write the minutes for the meetings. That's my role as a trustee.
Well, I would like to see them published.
Okay, so
on
then
your website and under your Phoenix.
under the Phoenix stuff,
Yeah.
let's figure out how we can communicate better. Fantastic.
Show your minutes.
Fantastic. But I also think if we have got so much accountability focused on this one charity, there are many charities.
Because this is where the money's coming in.
But it
and
isn't.
Nobody is
That's
really
not
seeing.
true. That's true.
£4,000 for a chess club.
That's not ours. That's a chess club.
But
Who
your
are?
name was
believe?
attached to it.
I think they're third in the league. They won Aylsham 4-0 the other week, and they've got their next league match, I think, next Saturday. That's them. That's not us. That's them. We've given them free space.
You see,
to
people
use.
don't know this.
I don't know how many people enjoy following chess. They didn't do very well
They
last
follow
year.
the money. And when they see £4,000 for a chess club,
I don't think that-
everybody.
I don't think they've
spoke
spent
to
all the money.
Were kind of, what the hell is the chessboards made out of? Gold
They are-
or something?
no.
Because it's like, how many chessboards can you get for
No,
4,000?
they are, I believe, like competitive league chess standard. I don't really follow chess, Claire. We have a group of people who come here on a Saturday afternoon and play chess. Sometimes it's a huge mix of community. Sometimes they're playing league matches. They're travelling across the county playing league chess.
You need to be open to...
They need to be open.
But you as a charity need to be open, because if you're looking for more space, there's going to be a point of how can we bring together different parts of teenage life.
Yeah, definitely.
Within families, within the street.
Yeah, hugely.
And considering everyone about mental health and autism and schools,
Yeah.
send, and do we spend $3 billion on this, or do we pay it on 28 houses? And it's not 28 houses, 28 schools.
Can I just, for one side conversation, we don't have enough special educational needs provision.
I know.
At all, and we send a lot of children out of area. So I would really like to see, and I have been trying to poke at county, a special educational needs school built here. That's what I want here, because I think that will improve the quality of lives for lots of our young people who do attend specialist provision, but a lot of our young people who attend specialist provision go to Paston. And I think that transition and that community that we need to create for everybody, we can do that better if we had the school here.
I think you could even do one step more better by listening to the parents of North Walsham who already live here.
Absolutely.
Their experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you might find that might not be the best option.
What, a specialist provision in North Walsham?
There might be, not in that with the way you say it. This is why we need to open the conversation, because we need to listen to everybody's view, because not one child is the same.
No, and every specialist provision
Absolutely.
is different. Yeah,
but it starts with Norfolk County Council.
Yeah.
I did, me and Liz did an interview together last night about it all.
About SEM provision?
Yeah, and the breakdown of communication between the right agencies. So watch it, listen to it, and if
definitely.
you are open to talking about it,
Absolutely,
then
every
I will
time.
invite you round my little outside number 10, because that's now what I've called it.
What's outside number 10?
It's the new playlist that me and Liz are going to be doing.
Amazing! Oh, I love that. Are you looking
So-
at national stuff? Or are you looking at a Tidgy
North
number
Walsham,
10?
looking at North Norfolk, looking at health, looking at education.
Have you seen the indices
Looking
of deprivation? Sorry to interrupt you.
Lucy, there is so much. I can't, just as I'm understanding one thing, somebody's
Okay.
coming to me
Sorry,
with
I didn't mean
something
to do
else.
that.
And no, but that's what it's obviously like
Yeah,
being
yeah,
a
definitely.
councillor,
Yeah.
because you have to pick and choose where you're going to put your time to support people and their voices out there to make a change.
So
for the better, because it doesn't
I
just
think
involve
you're
that
right.
one person. It will
involves
involve
the whole community.
the whole community and other
You're right.
people that are in the same
You're right. So
boat.
the one thing that we don't do here, and we haven't really done, and I'm trying to figure out a way to do it, we tend to do consultation on big things. So you did the development thing on Monday, as was I went later than you. So that is, it's not just consultation, it's getting the information out to people, and hopefully as much as
poorly. I mean, a few people have commented and said that they didn't know about it. Communication and getting it out there. You know, we're learning through the business association of where we need to get our posters up,
Yeah,
because it's not
definitely.
always about social media.
No, it isn't.
walk
People
through
need to do
here.
it by
You know,
face.
it needs to be seen, it needs to be visual. I will let you go.
It's
in a minute.
okay. I've got Reynard's, Claire.
But, oh, okay. But that makes me sound really sympathetic. But I'm trying.
No,
I'm trying
let's
to remain.
get your
I'm
words
trying
out.
to-
Get your words
Well,
out.
I'm also trying to remain in the public interest rather than your health or my health. Do you
No,
know
it's
what I mean?
okay.
And
It's absolutely
that,
fine.
It's that balance. Unless you're happy to talk about it, we're not finished yet.
Yeah.
Last thing is how you obviously see me. What would be better, that I turned the camera on myself so then it's kind of looking at me and you?
No. Well,
Because
so you and I, Claire, we have
I
some
want
really,
to
really.
record, because it's the important about the conversation, and it's the conversation in all my videos that, you know, audio is a big thing, so I've got to try and get the sound right.
Yeah.
Visual, because, you know, some people need that visual stimulation.
Yeah, of course.
There's a lot out there that needs to be more accessible.
I get
and
that.
I'm trying to do that.
No, I think you. I think
through YouTube and through what
In
I'm doing.
many
Because I've always
ways-
told you I'm never going to be a councillor.
I
I
wish
don't
you
want to
w-
be.
I know. I wish you
because I
would.
can't have my opinion, and I can't. There's so many policies, and like this new 2.9 policy of the town council grant. Don't get me started on that. And
I
it's
think-
like that's not even in my paperwork that Wendy sent me.
I don't know what that refers to.
Well,
Sorry.
maybe
Claire.
I need to send you the email, because I've sent an email to Eric, the chair of the
Finance,
Grants
yeah.
of Finance, a very short sweet, just saying, what was it, that I need to speak to the council office. And it's like, I've done all that, I've got all the emails.
I don't know what that refers to.
Because of the grant
sorry.
of 750, our grant has come in at £741.13p.
Nice, under budget.
Right. Retrospectively, we would like to add 2 receipts in there that is already included in the 741, because retrospectively, these are 2 things that we've learned since being accepted and going down the grant route, that if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have been allowed to have the grant. So mistakes on both parts,
Yeah.
rectify it, the grant still came in at £741.13p, pay it.
Okay.
That's all, because there's only 5 receipts. We've not made any money from it. You know, the 2 charities that we had, one made, £86? We didn't even charge them for stalls. We
So-
didn't charge anyone for stalls. It's
so-
about the community spirit
Yeah, so I
of
guess
joining in at
there's-
Christmas.
I don't know. You'll have to show me the detail of it if I can unpick it.
I
but
have the original email that Wendy sent to me with all the points on, which we've adhered to, and now the finance officer has come back saying, oh, we can't retrospectively do that on 2.9, and it's like, but I don't even have that. That was never in agreement when we did it.
I don't know.
So let's retrospectively just pay the 741 so the 4 receipts can be paid.
I think
because-
the tricky thing there is as you know, so you know, we've had grants, other buildings have had grants, other community groups within the town have had grants from different things that aren't publicised. Now, you will know that you've had a grant and there have been some things that have been unknown as you've gone through the
And we've
process.
been completely public about it. With the town,
I'm
with
not
the town
aware.
clerk putting a thumbs up each time.
I'm not aware of any.
This is why it's now.
I'm not aware of any of that, but there will be issues where everybody in the town, for whatever different capacity, have had the same problem when they've come to a grant application. So I think collectively there's a way that it should be made simpler so that people aren't getting caught out along the way. Because everybody's expectation of...
It's all right flagging up being caught along the way. It's about, can we just resolve it? Because our grant is still coming in at £741.13p. So, retrospectively, we've learnt from these two things, because these have been things to do with public liability insurance, which we were told way after, well, I was, in the office, and the high vis that was required for when the stalls come up, so we can be identified as the North Walsham Business Association within our risk assessment. They are the two added bills, and it's not being paid. Well, they are digging
Were they conditions of the grant?
Well, that's what I mean. Where's 2.9 now come from?
I don't know, because I don't know what 2.9 is.
It's in this policy that I've now been told is on their website, and it's like, I've got the email from the town clerk with the list and what needs to be done within the grant specifications. So who are we going to adhere to? So each time a policy keeps getting added on, our agreement has to keep changing? No,
I don't know how that
we're talking
works.
about 741 quid.
Yeah.
Why should somebody that's paid £67 to make sure that we're still in line with
Was that the
town?
liability insurance?
Yeah, and the high-vis jackets.
Was that just for the one event?
Well, no, it's going to be for many more now.
So does it cover you for a year?
Yes.
That's a bargain.
I know. And the town
7
council
quid.
are like, no, we're not going to pay it at the moment because of under condition 2.9 in our policy on our website. And it's like, that's a bit convenient. So which policy am I meant to be looking at? The one that the town clerk sent me that was the original, as far as I can see, the original contract as
That's been such a great thing for the town. Sorry, Claire.
I know, but, you know, there's been promises that was going to be in the precinct, it was going to be moved around.
Do you know?
And it's not.
We're going to be moving next week, so...
I know.
So
I know,
the
I've heard about
19th...
that.
Oh, don't scare me.
Is
the
that
19th,
going to be moved as well?
Well, it's not ours, so it belongs to the town. We were only putting it out. It's done. It's been
but
so
it's
fun.
not been moved around, is it?
Had I thought
Somebody else can
the
take it.
sandbags where they've
Yeah,
got
right.
to put it on the other side as well.
Oh,
Just
to
so
help
that
them
people
stand up.
It's not probably really very safe.
Reese is behind you.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a playground. It's just what it is.
But that's...
And you've got parents there, so if the kids
how
want to
cool
tip
is
it
that?
over, it's the parents to say, oi, no, but they're not. So
but
there you
I
go.
don't know whether... Well, we've just been putting it out and bringing it in every night, so if it needs to move, we're not going to be here, obviously, from the 19th, so somebody's going to need to do it.
Take it in the...
Put it out in the precinct.
Put it out in the precinct and then take it in and out each night.
Let's see,
Because that'll get
ask the town
footfall over there,
council,
and if you want to work with where I'm going and with...
Where are you going?
Trying to make a voice towards the district council
Oh,
and the
sorry.
county
I
council.
thought you meant you were going
No,
somewhere.
you're not getting rid of
no,
me
No,
that
I don't
quick.
want to. I thought you were going to.
I need to get a drink. It's the fact that you need to start listening to us locals.
Yeah,
and we are trying to do it. And this is me with the camera and with Liz to say,
absolutely.
this needs to start working.
Absolutely.
So I will send you the link to last night. Listen to it.
Yep.
Listen to it because that's the only start.
Okay, fantastic. So sorry. I know you're thirsty. I'm really sorry, Claire. So we touched on a few things.
I know it's probably toothpaste. You always find toothpaste always dries my mouth out.
Yeah,
I hate it.
So there was two things. You asked me a question about how do we do this better.
Yeah.
And
because
I think...
hate this email and shit. I hate.
No, I know you do. I know you do.
This needs to be better.
I know. So I think for me, the thing that I would ask for is that if I'm just in the street, then it would be nice for us to have, for it not to be a run of questions with a camera in my face when I'm just going about my day. Because from my perspective...
I'm not.
You're not doing it on purpose. I know that was an opportune thing and I completely get that. But if I
want answers, Lucy.
I know,
and I'm finding when I've got a camera, I can listen back to this. But also other people can hear it.
That's fine.
So
but right now
you are in a role at the moment, standing outside.
I'm stood outside
while somebody's having a fag
in the street.
Not me. Yeah.
I'm stood outside
but you're still
in the
being a
street.
representative. When you're not here,
So when I'm at
I
home
don't
on my
record
own,
you.
I know, but
I've caught you the odd now and again over on the A149, and you've
we have
participated.
loads of conversations.
Exactly.
But what? So,
So
I'm
don't
trying to.
ever feel threatened.
It's not
if
about
you're
the
out
threat
with your
at all.
family
It's
or
not
your
about the
children,
threat. I don't
that I'm
feel-
suddenly going to come up in the camera.
No.
You are here in this capacity.
I understand that.
know this is now the time to do it.
Okay, I get
So my
that.
questions, you've got to make sure, because it's not just my questions, it's everybody's questions.
It is everybody's
And there might be
questions.
more questions to come from more people
And
that
there
might
are,
listen to this,
there are
watch this.
all the time.
Exactly.
And I really enjoy that. But also, so you asked how can we, you and I, we have some really great conversations, mostly on the corner of streets because we're just passing. We have some really fantastic conversations. Hello. But you've asked how can we improve that? And my request
Yeah.
is,
And what-
if I'm acting in a private capacity, which I am right now on a
And what-
Saturday morning.
So you're not actually
I'm stood here.
working at the
No,
moment? I thought you were voluntary at the Phoenix Group,
but I'm-
standing
but
here
I'm
with
st-
Mel.
but I'm stood in the street.
So, for any public member, if they've got an issue, will walk
Right,
up
okay,
to you.
so
But
that's-
some of them will probably do it inappropriately because they won't know the difference
No,
to you
most-
being
no.
outside this building.
So most people will say, is it okay if I raise an issue right now? Most people will do that because they understand that I have a public and private life. Some people don't. You know, if I take my son shopping in the supermarket, some people will want to talk about council business then.
yeah,
I
and
get
how many
that.
cameras have you got now?
I don't. What do you mean cameras for?
Well,
what?
if you now want to talk about shopping, how many shops have got CCTV cameras on
Oh
them?
gosh, that was a.
So that,
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing, because you're still
Sorry, I
coming
don't
back
know.
to me being in public,
No.
on a public side,
I'm not. That's not what I'm. You asked
talking
how-
to you.
You
So
asked how we could improve our back and
by
forth.
you saying, do you know what, Claire? Releasing the minutes of our meetings to make it more transparent is a brilliant way to go, and I will make sure it's done. So then I can then keep an eye
that
on
isn't
the.
What you
No, hang
asked
on.
Me.
Of course it is, Lucy.
No, we've covered that. You asked how.
Yeah, we've covered it, but are you going to do it?
I've said that we will figure out a way to do that. Yeah, I've said that.
So-
of course I have. But
Right, so this is why.
But you've asked me right now how you and I, as individuals, as women, that's how the
Yeah,
conversation
standing
started.
here talking
can
to come to an agreement of what can be said, because I will tell you what people are telling me,
Okay.
right?
But this is not the conversation that we were having before. It
This
felt
is-
that it was different.
No.
Sorry, I thought the
No,
lead up to it
it's-
was how
it's-
can you and I improve the way, and this is the only way that you
Yeah,
can
well,
do
yeah.
it, and could we sit down? I
Yeah,
thought
because I
that
don't
was...
want to do emails. I don't want to do that.
No, but I thought that was the conversation that we
talking.
were having. Yeah,
Yes.
completely. I was just going.
It's
back
coming.
to
It's coming
that.
back to trusting. What's the old saying?
I
with
don't know.
your word is your bond. Isn't that? So
I
put your money where your mouth is. And,
gosh, there's a lot of you're bringing. So
it's not. It's
so-
just right. Sort out the minutes. Get them published.
So this is for every single charity in the town, or are you
No,
singling
no,
out me?
I'm singling out.
You're singling
Phoenix
out me.
Building.
Okay, so it's
no. Hang
so
on.
it's-
No.
So I told you that
see,
I'm the secretary.
Mel has ran off, but
I'm
then
the-
he's not a trustee.
So I told you that I was the secretary and I write the minutes.
Yeah, and I've told you
that
go
you
on
want
the-
my
go
minutes
on the-
publishing.
Go on the commission website to the report that is overdue next to your name.
Okay, and I've said I'll do
so
that.
that has not me.
I said I will do that.
That has outlined that. Well, I need to talk to you
Yeah,
about why
absolutely
is that
fine.
running
Yeah,
late.
and I've given you the reason for that.
Second
But
bit
you
is
and
the
I-
movement of what is happening with this building.
really positive
to go-
movement that the banking hub is coming. That's really positive there. We have lots of vulnerable residents who are struggling to access banking. Lots.
to access banking. Every time I come to this door, that never works. Have you got that? Have you got that electric door sorted?
I believe they will be sorting it with the
So
bank
it's
then.
still.
So we are hand opening doors for people, Claire.
That's not the point.
I know it's not the
Lucy.
point. I understand.
Independence. Get that fucking
So-
door sorted.
So right now there's
Money's
a lot
not
of
being spent. So
money's being spent
why-
on feeding people, Claire. We've just run our scheme for the over 65s where we've given people grants so that they've got money
Grants
on their
again.
accounts so they can afford food.
So they come in here. For
They can
that?
come in here Every customer of ours.
Do they still have to be a member? Do they have to spend £2.50 still to be a member to access that grant?
So we can only apply for grants for our members. We can only do that.
But they have to. What about those that can't afford it?
If those who can't afford £2.50, we've worked around that for people. We have really generous people.
So what's the £2.50 for? What is that being used for?
So that covers the cost of our till system that we use, that records everything so that we can do these things. That's all it covers.
A till system?
Yeah.
What, for receipts and the touch card and the...
No, it's more than that. So that's how we can hold information. It's how we can hold information on people's accounts, that we can do credit and we can apply it directly to customers, so that when they come in, they don't need to go through any faff. They can give us a postcode or a surname if they wish, and we can access their account and they can spend their credit. It's how we keep a transparent log of where the money goes. So anybody that's got somebody who's over the age of 65 in their household, we have given every one of our customers that we have got somebody from that cohort as part of our customer base. We've given them a grant.
Of how much?
It's £10 per person.
For how long? Is that a weekly thing or is that just a one-off payment?
That's a one-off thing. We are serving about...
£10?
We are serving 1,200 people at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, we've got 1,200. If you collect all the customers and how many people are in the households, it's about 1,200 people, and about a third of that is children.
And they come here and access this building?
About a third of that is children, yeah.
A third of that is... Well, that would be a third of children, wouldn't it? Because if the parents can't work, or even if they are working,
we've got
and prices are going up, including council tax.
We've got a lot of working families, Claire. A lot of working families.
And
a lot of SEM
what
families.
Needs to change.
Absolutely. Work needs to pay people enough so that they can survive and they have got more dignity and they're not relying on everybody else all the time, because that's distressing.
We need people like you as district and as county council in both roles to have the empathy and the understanding and sometimes the lack of control by just saying, yes, you can have this and yes, you can have that, when it comes to assessment with kids. But then that's going all back into that, because it's huge, Lucy.
It's massive.
I can only
it's
pick
massive.
out at the moment.
It's massive.
Bits on
There's
learning,
so much.
because I'm already noticing that's not running smoothly.
Nothing is.
I will send you the link. Get in.
Please
warm your
do.
hands up.
My
I will
hands
send
are
you the
like
link, and this is the only place I will put a camera in your face, and if it makes it easier, I will turn the camera around so I'm on it as well.
I don't mind.
It feels more like an interview. But this is
If
me
you want to interview
locally.
me, if you want to interview me, Claire, let's sit down and do it. Just when I'm happy for us to do that. I've always.
Well, you might be able to come to outside number 10.
I would love to, Claire. We have amazing interactions. We've talked about a wide range of subjects.
But I know I'm hard hitting as well, and I know I don't give you space to talk, and I also know that you've got a hell of a responsibility to stand up for, and I don't want you to fail.
Oh, Claire, I appreciate.
But I want you to know this shit is going on. And it has to change.
I know.
And you are in the role to change this.
And I'm really, really grateful that I am.
Then we've got to work, Lucy.
Yeah, definitely.
And that includes Mel. But it still does mean that this building and what I'm hearing, and
if we are being accountable, then every charity has to be accountable, Claire, because otherwise we're being singled out. Just because I'm in an elected position doesn't mean that everybody else shouldn't have the same standard when they're raising money for charity.
I haven't got time to do that. I have
well, then we need to raise it all over the place.
I haven't looked. I'm only interested on what's on my doorstep.
Oh,
Lucy.
No. I meant in the town.
So for me, it's definitely this one.
Yeah,
This one is meant to be for the people.
Yes.
Not the dog charity or the mental health charity. Or
this is definitely for the people.
Do you know what I mean? All the other little charities. You know, we've got the community shop.
Yes,
Check them out. I can see their accounts online. Do you know what I mean? No, because that is not the start of where I need to go.
Are you just looking at no Walsham focused charity?
Yes.
Okay,
and
fantastic.
it is this group. It's what serves the town.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
the needs of the community and the needs of the businesses.
So what information is going to be helpful?
And the needs of the children is this place and the community shop,
and
because they are the two main ones.
Job.
Yes, they do.
They are fantastic. The amount of stuff that goes on in there, the creativity, and I like the fact that it's such a diverse space, and there are so many groups that go there.
Yeah.
And that really, to me, is when you look at where pubs used to be. Grew up with pubs. You know, you'd go there on your night out. You know,
Live
you'd spend
live music.
Yeah, a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And that became a real community focus, because that's what the pub was. It was a community focus, wasn't it?
Girl Guides, haven't they, have changed the LBGT rules.
I have seen that.
Yeah, she's from the Girl Guides.
Oh.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
that's why I got that look.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
But I think that what the Black are doing is bringing pub back into the centre of a community in a very different way to the other pubs, and I think that's really inspiring.
And so is the Peasants Tavern.
Peasants, yeah, but it's everybody's not trying to cater to the same people.
No,
so there's
but
going to be a place for everybody.
we're all trying to work together, and also to enforce the fact of the safe places.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throughout the diversity
yeah.
of everything. Okay, we've got the sleigh sitting on top of the clock, which is not accessible
the stairs
at all.
No.
But it's like, well, we need to sort that out for next year. But will the council listen?
I hope
Does there need to be an
so.
agreement? You know, it's everybody sitting around a table and talking and saying, that didn't work, this worked, this is what we'll implement for the next 12 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Of how it, and
Let's
that
have a plan.
includes...
Let's have a
But
plan.
everybody has to sit around the table and listen and realise that sometimes they don't always win.
Nobody should be winning.
No, exactly.
The people should be winning.
And including the control of who says yes and who says no. It's about, you know, if everyone can agree, then move it forward. Stop allowing somebody else in somewhere else office going, no, that can't do that.
And I think that's...
Because this is what we're saying, which is why you need to watch last night's interview.
I will do, but that's where it becomes really, really difficult, isn't it? It's when the people who aren't here, you come and speak to me because I am here, and I know that, and I know that's part of why we've had such fantastic discussion about a wide range of things all the time, even if we're just passing each other on the road. We always take that time to have a chat, and it's the people who make the decisions about what happens here who sit elsewhere, who don't come here and see the impacts of that decision. So
Which is why...
But that's frustrating. So this...
How are they allowed to have that decision if that's the case?
Because I think that's
they
what
shouldn't
happens.
have a right to have that decision if they don't come here and listen and be part of it.
But
Otherwise, they listen and the role is reversed and the decision is then not in their hands but in the hands of council,
But that's
town.
what happens when the power's removed, isn't it? So Fabian Eagle,
From
bless
who?
him,
From the
from the
planners?
community.
But it has.
So that's what happens. The further
We
away
want
you
it
get,
back, Lucy.
I would love it.
And I want a coffee because my mouth is
I would
still
love to
drying
take it
out.
back. I would love to take it back. Sorry, Fabian Eagle, the county member. I'm pointing over to our what do we call those, Claire?
What are we talking about?
The head posy photograph
They're
selfie frame.
boards.
Yes.
Selfie boards.
So Fabian Eagle, who is the county member for Economic Growth and Development, he's piloted the High Streets Matters scheme in Norfolk. And do you know what? It's been really nice. And this is where politics doesn't come into it at all. He actually came to North Walsham and we showed him around shortly before we launched all the grant monies and everything. So when we showed him round, he didn't know what North Walsham had to offer, and he was really, really surprised at what we've got here, which is really lovely. So the town council, I say we, the royal we, the town, we got the selfie board based on a town council application as to why we should get it. So it was a competitive bid type thing. I think another sleigh came. I don't know what else came off the back of it because it's not
Wasn't that all to do with the $5,000 that Wendy put in for that grant though?
That wasn't. That was separate. The selfie board was separate.
Yeah.
You had to write a "This is why we deserve the selfie board" email.
Do we get to keep it?
Yeah.
So where's that going to be stored then for next Christmas? Where's the sleigh and the whatnot going to
I
be
have
stored?
no idea. I'm guessing at the compound, the town council compound.
Let's hope they get looked after. I'm
I
sure
would
they
hope
will.
So the selfie board was there because we'd offered to put it out every morning. So
That's what is happening with Harriet the hippo. That she gets brought out each morning because it's just little
I love that.
things to interact with kids, with disabled people, with doggies,
Lovely, look at that Christmas jumper.
I
So-
know, I love the Christmas
so
jumper. Do
potentially
you know what I
that-
mean? It's little things like that
Cllr.
it's nice.
I'm Christmas jumpers for the whole of December.
I've not. I've gone for warmth.
Oh,
I've got 2 layers under my
I've gone
trousers.
for Christmas.
But
No, I think there's a lot that can be done, and I think when we look at where we're moving nationally, we need to make sure that we bring control and power back here as to what our destiny is, especially for our young people.
well, this is about Norfolk. I mean, you're not a Norfolkan, are you?
No.
No. So I think that's also a part that is lost in translation between me and you, because I'm a Norfolkan.
See, I would call it
and
Norfolkian. I mean, we have
Norfolkian.
a Norfolkian.
Nah.
It sounds a little bit more twee.
I regard myself as a North Walshamer as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do, but I know that I don't.
I used to drive through here when I used to take my dog over to see Pauling. I grew up along the beach line, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little villages and little towns still have memories for me.
Yeah.
And it's when... Sounds really bad, isn't it? When people that don't live here come here and then think, oh, we'll change that. And it's like, well,
There's
yeah,
something
but
very
no,
beautiful,
let's not
no.
and look at this town. This town has been changed.
Norfolk culture is very, very specific.
I know, but
and
look,
it's
look
so
at the town.
lovely
Look at this.
and warm.
Look at this pavement.
The same as
I
this
have to
pavement.
wear these shoes because if this gets wet with rain, I can't wear my other shoes because it's slippery.
It's the same
the
as
whole-
this stuff, though.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think it's the green? If you look round the bins.
Yeah, but that's naturally going to happen.
Yeah, because of the
That's
shade.
algae. That is algae, I'm afraid. That
So have
naturally
you always
happens.
lived in Norfolk?
Yeah.
Always?
Yes.
Never
I've travelled the
ventured-
world.
But have you lived elsewhere? Have you always had a home in the county?
I've always had a home in the county. I've gone to
amazing.
Scotland. I've been down to Southampton. I've travelled around America, Australia,
Yeah.
parts of Europe, South Africa. I've done my travelling. I wouldn't do it now because now you have to have your facial recognition, fingerprints, and all that.
It's tricky, isn't it?
Injections, and I'm just thinking, no.
So I've been here 14 years. It's the longest I've ever
Stayed in one place.
stayed in one place.
You see.
Norfolk is, for me, I've never put roots down anywhere.
But have you now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Then
This is
start
mine.
fighting
Yeah,
with
yeah.
us, with
Absolutely.
North Walsham, with North Norfolk, with the government, because things have to change.
Things absolutely have to change. And I know
And,
that. I know that.
You
And
know,
that's why.
I know politics are turning into a business model because I know
Not
the
for me.
NHS has turned into a business model.
Yeah,
I know that.
it's-
I see that, and so is education. You know, it's
Yeah,
all
it
being turned
just-
into business models, and it's like that is our tax-paying money that is being used towards shareholders. You see, this is because I believe in nationalism, where it comes to
Things that we
fundamental well-being and the hierarchy of what is needed
Like
in
water.
the Aslo. Yes, a roof over your head, water, gas,
Yeah.
electricity.
Yeah, the hierarchy of
food.
need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is what has been inbred to me through my education of becoming a community mental health nurse.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That is, and I'm seeing it just being destroyed.
I think
You know, somebody like this, you know, somebody is so broke that they have to go for a grant to get £10 worth of food, but yet they still have to pay £2.50.
but we've covered that. So everybody, so this is the parts.
But
We
that-
don't publicise everything because there are some people who use us because they know they're saving money, and there are other people who use us because they have no alternative option, and we do work with those
Yeah,
families.
but that's
So
no
we've done a
different
full
than
year.
Food banks and that have rolled out across the country. I mean,
I know, but
you know,
we
we
need to
know it's
offer
a
people
problem.
more
We shouldn't be
dignity.
celebrating bloody food banks. And
I would rather we didn't.
community
As much as
pantries,
I love how much time I get to spend with the community, and I deeply do, I genuinely wish we didn't have to exist. I genuinely wish that we didn't have to be here. If we were going to be here for a year and we would no longer be needed, that would make me really happy, because then I would know that people have got enough food to eat and they weren't worrying about staying warm, and that's where we are at the moment, isn't it? We've got winter here. Last
Yeah.
year we ran the scheme where we were able to get
But
funding
that's-
so that we could do the heated throws for our over 65s.
That's still a part of the puzzle of so many things that are going wrong.
It's too expensive to just stay alive. And that's
But
the
yet-
part that's inhumane.
But yeah, our government are making ridiculous choices over spends and not spending the money appropriately. Sorry, but they're not. You're never going to change me mind on that.
I don't think
You know,
anybody's
to
going
say,
to
well, do you
work
want
very
28?
well.
Do you want 28 schools, or do you want 3 billion towards, you know, the autism? And it's like, and again, politicians, you know, it's either the left hand or the right hand. Why can't we have both? Why can't we prioritise? And
Why can't we do all of it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many billions? Is it 10 billion for an unmanned boats around Britain and drones because of the Russia problem. 10 billion on unmanned boats for somebody to be sitting in a room with a computer. Why is that
10
costing
million.
10
10
billion?
10 billion.
10 billion. And yet, oh bless, he's still doing this. Good
I
to
know,
see.
he's an absolute...
You know, it's bonkers.
It is.
Absolutely bonkers. And yet,
It's not good.
why are we rolling over accepting it? That's a rhetorical question. Think about it.
I think it's a good question, but let's put the power back where it belongs.
Where's that?
Back in the people. We saw in Sheringham, right? We saw in Sheringham how a group of people who were...
Because it was wrong, Lucy.
It was wrong. It was wrong on so many levels.
Who on earth was making that decision to bulldoze it?
But it became so much
Wrong.
more. It became so much more
Because
than
nobody
the
had
bus
the
stop.
right to do that.
It became about how do we protect our voice in all of this, and that's what it became. And when I asked a question
Not
about
to protect our voice, Lucy. It was to protect a bus shelter that's been sitting there for over 50 years. It doesn't need to be knocked down, put up with a bit of metal and plastic.
but it
to
became
think-
more. It became more than that, didn't it?
Because
it became
it's the
more.
community.
Yeah,
I'm coming back to the
100%.
fact of when you live somewhere and you've grown up and you have those memories. That's 50 odd years of memories
Of amazing,
for a lot of people.
and some very, very heartwarming and some very, very cheeky memories.
Yeah.
But when I asked the question at
And
County
some
Hall,
stranger wants to take that all away.
Well-
it's what makes a village, it's what's make a town, and it's what brings footfall in and tourism.
So I
and
asked-
if we want to keep our towns alive,
we need more. So when
you've got to-
Tuesday, I asked about, that was one of the questions I asked of the cabinet at the full council meeting, because my concern is that if we get the one single unitary where all the power is so far removed away from the community and put into one unitary, is that what is going to happen? Are we going to see more and more things being done to the community? And the response was, we just won't run the scheme, we'll spend the money elsewhere. And that's not what it's about.
and it's not for that person to decide, well, if that's not going to happen, we're just not going to do it.
Well, it is.
But it shouldn't be.
But that's
But it
who,
shouldn't be.
But that is who holds
But that shouldn't
the
be.
control,
Then-
and that's wrong.
Then that person needs to step down.
And that's
That person needs to step down because
We
they
shouldn't-
don't have the authority to do that. It's about, right, we know what's out there, we know what's working, we know what isn't working. We need to change what isn't working, and watch the video of last night and you
I shall.
understand
I
that
shall.
portion of what isn't working.
absolutely
And change it so it works.
as much as possible.
And then
we
once
can.
that's done, it will then should hopefully work for the next person, the next parent, the next parent, the next child. And it works. That doesn't be touched again. And then focus on another area that isn't communicating. Not stand there and stay, not you, but for anyone, stand there and say, right, we've got this amount of money, this is what we're going to do, and if you don't do it, we're not going to spend the money. No, it's about voting.
But that's it. So if you see, I
So
don't, because
they
you
need to
often
remove their
watch the videos, which I admire you
Which
for,
ones?
the streaming of all the meetings. You've spoken to me about it before.
The streams. Oh,
Of like council or
Oh, they're
district.
just- yeah.
I know. But if you find yourself with a spare minute or a couple of hours, Chloe, and I'm really sorry because they are long meetings,
I know.
and
I know.
you've got nothing
Better
more
else to
pressing
do.
to do, please watch it, because I think
The latest one.
the one that we had on Tuesday, because as much as those questions are really something...
Well, there's been two that's come out this week. So was it the one in the morning or in the afternoon?
It was the full council one, so it would have been the second. There was two parts to it because we had a little break in the middle, but you will see part of the problem that we're facing when you listen to the arguments for the motion that was put forward from the administration.
Of London government
No, in county council.
administration.
Yeah, so the ruling group at the county council brought a motion forward.
All right then. I'll have a listen.
So please, because
I'll sit down and do a reaction video. How about that?
Well, I think, Claire, I think you'll enjoy it more so, not in a fun way.
I'll look at a bottle of wine as well. How about that?
Because I think the attitudes in that room will show you more about the people who are holding the power to change lives. And I think if you watch that, you will see what's broken.
Do you know the downside? If I watch it live, I get to hear everybody's opinions.
Yes.
And then it comes offline, it gets edited, and then it's so badly edited, there's no point watching it because it's about people's opinions to how they arrive to the decisions that they make, and it's being cut out. If they are live streaming, they don't need to be edited.
They shouldn't be led. They should be live, the county ones.
Now,
Are they not live?
Once it is finished, it gets taken off, it gets edited, and then it gets put back up. That's what I disagree to, and that's why.
I've never watched them.
When
Does
I
it
go
really?
into meetings, I like to record when I walk in, and I record me coming out to show that there is no editing of anybody's opinions, because it's vitally important to understand where somebody is coming from for them to come to the decision that they are making, and considering the meetings are of a importance. But I think people's opinions are important as well.
I think the reasoning behind why people are arriving, you're right, the reasons that create the final outcome are really important. I wasn't aware that they were being edited.
Yeah, they're being edited. It's like their opinions are being removed.
Because
and I find it really annoying because it's disruptive, and then it just goes to the agenda, and it also proves that as a council, as a government platform of council, you're hiding things. How can that be truthful? Show them live.
We definitely
keep them
don't do
live.
it at district. We definitely don't.
The district recordings.
It's different.
Are
It's different to the county ones. The county have got a big setup with cameras that zoom into your face and all sorts.
Which ones?
At the county hall.
And that's the way it should be.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
It's not so much about the money. It's about how you can see the person.
Yeah.
It's visually. Again, like me, when I record things, it's seeing the person. It's seeing their body language. It's hearing them. It's hearing their passion or their disagreement or their enthusiasm about what is happening to know how they've come to a decision. And that decision should be, but it gets sent off to government, and then government turn around and say no, and it's like, why haven't we got the clout with government? I mean, what's happening with that devolution and the mayor? I mean, you said next year we're meant to be voting.
We were told
and
next
it's all
year.
been stopped, and the money's been stopped.
So, well, the money hasn't been stopped, has it? They're giving 12 million. They're giving a third of it.
To who? City council?
To the counties to split
What,
between
each?
them. No, between them.
13.
So they're giving 12 million.
12 million to how many counties?
Two to split between them.
Which two counties?
Suffolk and Norfolk. For the mayor. To set up the combined authority with.
Well, what on earth does that?
Doesn't go far if you've got to set up some authorities.
So how have they come to the quote of 12 million?
Oh, I don't know.
Where's the break? You see, this is